Come on, Chiefs fans! Breaking news! Chiefs fans are excited about the team's clear shot at a Super Bowl. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Let's talk about a tough situation that just hit the team. The Kansas City Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, have been battling injuries all season, and unfortunately, they've taken another hit. Running back Isaiah Pacheco, a key part of the offense, has been ruled out with a rib injury, which was confirmed by head coach Andy Reid after the Christmas Day win over the Steelers. What do you think about this? Do you think this could have an impact on the team? Should the Chiefs rest their key players next week, or should they use the game to stay sharp? Leave your comment below. If you're still confident the Chiefs will win another Super Bowl, hit the like button. During the Chiefs' dominant 29-10 victory, Pacheco managed 6 carries for 18 yards before being sidelined. While the extent of the injury remains unclear, it presents another challenge for a team that has already endured an injury-plagued season. Reid spoke to the media after the game, acknowledging Pacheco's situation. As far as injuries go, Pacheco would be the one. He hurt his ribs there, so we'll see how bad they are, Reid said. Despite the setback, Reid took time to highlight the depth and resilience of the Chiefs' backfield, citing the strong contributions of Kareem Hunt and Samaje Perine. On the positive side of that, he played some good football with Kareem, and Perine continues to make plays for us, Reid added. For Pacheco, this isn't the first injury setback this season. Earlier in the year, he missed more than 2 months with a fractured fibula. Since returning, he has gradually found his rhythm, totaling 310 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. His absence, if prolonged, could impact the Chiefs' offensive strategy, especially given his key role in last year's playoff success. During the 2023 postseason, Pacheco racked up 313 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, helping the team secure back-to-back titles Super Bowl. As the Chiefs look ahead to their Week 18 matchup against the Denver Broncos, the team faces an interesting decision. With the top seed and a first-round bye already locked up, there's little incentive to start starters in what is essentially a meaningless game for Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, when asked about his potential availability, said he's prepared to play if called upon. "I'm planning to start, and if coach wants me to go out there and play, I'll go out there and play. If he doesn't, I'll sit. I have complete trust in Coach Reid. He knows what he's doing, and he's been doing it for a long time," Mahomes said. If the Chiefs opt to rest their starters, fans can expect to rely heavily on Kareem Hunt and Samaje Perine. Hunt has been a reliable presence since joining mid-season, while Perine has contributed both on the ground and as a receiving option. Regardless of what happens in Week 18, the priority will undoubtedly be to ensure the team is healthy and ready for the playoffs. Now, we want to hear from you, Chiefs fans. What do you think about Pacheco's injury? Let's talk about how the Chiefs could inadvertently hold the key to the Bengals' postseason fate in Week 18. With the Chiefs securing a 29-10 win over the Steelers on Christmas Day, Kansas City has secured the AFC's top seed. That guarantees a first-round bye and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But here's where it gets interesting. In the final week of the regular season, the Chiefs face the Denver Broncos, who are desperately clinging to a playoff spot. Denver currently sits 2 games ahead of the Dolphins, Colts, and Bengals for the 7th seed in the AFC. If the Broncos beat Cincinnati this weekend, they'll clinch a playoff spot. But if the Bengals can pull off a win, their playoff hopes could hinge entirely on what the Chiefs decide to do in Week 18. Here's the conundrum. With nothing left to play for in the regular season, Andy Reid could choose to rest his starters against Denver. That would mean reserves like Blaine Gabbert and Clyde Edwards-Helaire could see significant snaps, potentially giving the Broncos a much easier path to victory. Meanwhile, the Bengals would have to fight tooth and nail against the Steelers in their own Week 18 matchup to keep their playoff hopes alive. Sound familiar? Last season, the Chiefs rested their starters in Week 18 against the Chargers, and even with Blaine Gabbert under center, Kansas City pulled out a narrow 13-12 victory. Could history repeat itself? Or will Reid surprise us by putting in his stars to keep the Broncos on edge? Patrick Mahomes has already weighed in, saying he plans to prepare as if he's going to start, even if Reid decides to rest him. But let's be real, after 3 games in 10 days, resting the team might be the smart move heading into the playoffs. For Bengals fans, that scenario is nothing short of wild. Imagine your postseason hopes depending on the performance of the team you've battled in so many high-stakes matchups over the years. It's an almost surreal turn of events, and it only adds to the intensity of the playoff race. So, Chiefs fans, what do you think? Should the team rest its starters and let the chips fall where they may? Or should they go all out and potentially spoil the party for the Broncos? The Chiefs are riding high after a blowout 29-10 win over the Steelers, securing the top seed in the AFC and locking up a playoff berth. But while the team is laser-focused on chasing another Super Bowl title, recent on-field developments may be giving us a glimpse into their offseason strategy, specifically regarding the future of safety Justin Reid. Rookie safety Jaden Hicks played a career-high 71% of the defensive snaps against the Steelers, while Brian Cook logged 72%. Reid, on the other hand, saw a season-low 84% of snaps. Sure, the game's blistering nature may have contributed to this rotation, but Hicks' increased involvement in recent weeks is hard to ignore. Reid, a key player since joining the Chiefs, is set to hit free agency this offseason. Given his likely high price tag and the emerging talent in the secondary, it appears Kansas City may be preparing to move on from the veteran. That would align with general manager Brett Veach's history of letting expensive secondary players walk in favor of younger, cheaper options. Remember when L'Jarius Sneed stepped in after Veach prepared the roster to move on from other corners? Hicks has been a revelation, showing tremendous growth in just a few games. Over the past 3 weeks, he's thrown 2 interceptions and demonstrated reliable coverage skills, earning high grades from Pro Football Focus. It's clear the coaching staff, including Steve Spagnuolo and Andy Reid, trust him in high-pressure situations. Cook, a second-round pick, and Hicks, a fourth-round pick, could form the foundation of the Chiefs' future safety duo. If Kansas City believes that duo is ready to take the reins, Reid's departure becomes not only plausible but practical. With contract extensions looming for players like Trey Smith and Nick Bolton, and Patrick Mahomes' salary cap hit set to skyrocket in 2025, tough decisions will need to be made. Reid's contributions to the Chiefs cannot be understated. His leadership and playmaking ability have been vital to the team's success. But in a league where salary cap constraints force tough choices, the Chiefs may be choosing to allocate resources elsewhere. Of course, the playoffs could change everything. If Reid has transformative performances in the postseason, it could prompt Kansas City to rethink its plans. But for now, the writing on the wall suggests the Chiefs are preparing for life after Justin Reid. What do you think, Chiefs fans? Should the team invest in Reid and keep him around, or is it time to fully commit to the Hicks-Cook duo? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your thoughts on this evolving situation. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and stay tuned for all the latest Chiefs updates. Thanks for watching, and let's keep that championship energy alive. Let's go, Chiefs!